I have a dream that one day all false accusers and all false victims shall face the full, repeat after me, the full extent of the criminal justice system. I have a dream.
Top off the field, smoke his ass, nigga, top love. Nigga, top off the field, smoke his ass, nigga, top love.
Now let's be facts.
Hello, everyone. Man, how y'all doing out there, man? I hope y'all doing good. You know, just staying safe, staying alive, man. Oh, man. We got a long one for you, man. A long video. Okay, I don't want y'all to take that out of context. This could be a long one, okay? So, straight into the context, because like I said, this could be a long one. So Chris Brown is well, he was, okay, that was is very important. He was being accused of drugging and, you know, having his way with a woman back in 2020. Initially, when I first saw that shit, I didn't believe it. Honestly, this time I didn't believe that shit. I'll get more into that a little bit later, but like, I didn't believe it. And it's really, this story is actually really interesting. Where it's at right now, this story is really interesting. But like, part of the reason I didn't believe it is because if I remember correctly, this was the allegations was coming out around the same time of like news of him being a colorist. Like, you know how that goes. In the media, when you that big of a public figure, one thing come out, like one, I guess like minor thing come out, and then some major shit just happened like right after that. But that's why I kind of didn't believe it. I was more skeptical of this one, you know, than let's just say some other things, you know, that I talked about on my channel too. But yeah, I was a lot more skeptical of this one than I usually am, you know? Well, yeah, a woman is accusing him of rape. I mean, oh shit. A woman is accusing him of having his way with her and drugging her and all that shit. And now she's withdrawing the allegations because of some text messages, okay? And I just want to read them. I'll put them up on the screen, but I just want to read them because I find this shit really crazy. Yeah, so the first thing is like, they're talking about the Plan B contraceptive. You know, y'all know what that is, right? You know. Yeah. So she was like, yeah, she'll get one. And then she asked him if he has like a drug or whatever the case is. You know, that's what they do when they get to that point. So in January 2021, so the whole allegation started like December. So in January, she hit him up. She wanted to come over because she was bored. She sent another text like an hour later saying, make some time for me tonight. He didn't respond. Just for, like, honestly speaking, I don't even have to read the rest of this shit, but I am. Just from hearing that alone, does that sound like someone who was, you know, does it? To me, it don't. To me, if you was that, if that happened to you, you would be like the angriest person in the world. There would be no text of, let's link up again, let's hang out again. There would be nothing like that, okay? But let me get back into this shit though. So she even moved to LA. She texted him again, missing you. And that happened 9 months after the incident, okay? She says, you were honestly the best D I've had, LOL. I just won it again. Why are you playing with me? LOL. Yo, okay. I'm not laughing. Okay, I do find this funny. I find it funny from her side. This is that shit, like, for those guys out there. How y'all say y'all want that crazy type of girl? This is that. This is that, bro. This is that to a T, 100,000%, bro. Think about it now if y'all really want that, okay? Now, a recording came out actual like voice note came out, right? I saw it in the shade room. I was like, oh hell yeah, I could talk about this shit now. So yeah, the voice note came out. I was like, okay, Barry, we could talk about this now. So I heard it. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This don't sound like someone who was, you know, taken advantage of. It don't. But here's what was said. What were you doing in Mexico? This is the girl talking. You're like reading my messages and you haven't blocked me yet. So I'm guessing you don't hate me. I just want to see you again. I mean, you just answered the phone and you hung up. Just let me know if you want me to leave you alone. I definitely will, but I really just want to, you know, again. Yo, oh Lord God. This is some crazy shit. Like, yo, like I said just now, y'all, for those guys out there, y'all want that crazy ass girl, right? Y'all want that girl that's a little cuckoo? Okay? I don't even need to say nothing else, but this is that. So, Chris Brown didn't respond to any of that. He saved it though, and that's gonna be important, okay? He saved it, but he didn't respond to any of that shit. So in August, she was like, you knew full well I was impressed about no D. You told me to stay and then gonna try to play me. Nah, that's crazy. I didn't deserve that, but you def got it. So for y'all that's not, you know, hip to that type of language, pressed about no speech problems, I'm sorry. Pressed about no D is like ODing, like going hard for it. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way I can explain that shit. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what that meant. So Chris, you know, he exposed all of that. He let that be known. He put that out for the public to see because, you know, the public was already throwing dirt in his name, trying to defame him, trying to mess up his career and all of that shit. All of that came out and she withdrew the allegations. So Chris Brown's next response was like, no more dragging me through the mud. Clearly, you can see the cap. Clearly, it's clear as day now. Okay, you can see the cap. Now let's see if the media will keep that same energy they had trying to destroy me to run the real story. Okay, me and my team are taking legal action on this situation. You don't play with people like that. Chris, round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause, first of all, for saving the messages. And like I said, real important, guys. Some free game that I started to learn from like some stuff I've been watching on YouTube. Keep all messages, bro. Every fucking message, bro. If you want to maintain your innocence, bro, for some false thing, keep everything. Okay? Now, I do find stories like this funny. Not like in a real comical way, not, you know, like haha, no, not like that. But just like funny, interesting, you know? Because I feel like it's human nature. I started to realize that the more I've been looking into these type of stories. It's like real human nature for us to believe the accuser or believe the supposed victim, okay? It really is human nature for us to believe that shit now. And I'm really starting to realize that. Because me personally, I realized initially why I didn't believe it is because I didn't hear her side of the story first. It's just like with the Meg and Tory Lanez incident. I heard her side of the story and I was like, I just ran with that shit. You know? I'm like, man, you know what? This gotta be just human nature. For us to believe the alleged victim or the accuser. It just makes sense now. Like, like the person that's accused is guilty until proven innocent nowadays, bro. Or I feel like it could be all of human history, but me, now that I'm looking into this shit a little bit more, I definitely noticed that person that's being accused of whatever, they gotta prove their innocence. They gotta prove their innocence, bro. They're guilty first and foremost, and then they gotta prove their innocence. You know, another big reason why I didn't believe this shit at first. And this, for the women who may watch this, just listen to me, okay? Any guy that has women literally throwing themselves at him, look at me. Any guy that has women literally throwing themselves at him will not even think to do no shit like this. They won't, like, this will not even be a thought to come across their medulla oblongata, bro. It won't. I'm not trying to say Chris Brown could get any woman in the world, because I'm sure there's some women who may not be attracted to him or whatever the case is. But any woman he wants, he could probably get. So it's like, yeah, like a woman accusing him of like, of you know, taking advantage of her. Honestly, kind of don't make sense to me, bro. And that was another reason why I didn't believe this shit at first. I'm like, this shit, like, it don't make sense. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It don't really make sense, man. It didn't really make sense to me. It didn't. Now, another main point about this whole thing is how, like I said, initially when the reports came out, not literally everyone, but most people were just, oh, Chris Brown, oh, wow, he's a colorist and a, you know, abuser too. Oh, wow. Oh, man, cancel him. Well, we got to delete all his music now. That was the narrative coming out when this story initially came out. When these accusations initially came out, that was the reception of it. Like, oh man, cancel Chris Brown now. We gotta cancel Tory Lanez and we gotta cancel Chris Brown too. That was the reception of it. Those were the comments on this shit. And now look, it's false now. So now what? Like he said, like Chris Brown said, will the media cover this shit the same way there was when it was just the allegations against him? And my thing is too, right? Just like I said in the intro, these false accusers, bro, they gotta be, I know I'm not the only one who has this the mentality, but they have to be charged with something. Like, there's no way you could have someone falsely accuse someone else of a felony and nothing happens, like no legal anything happens against them. Like, she just gonna go back to work tomorrow like it was nothing. She just gonna go back to her life like nothing happened. Like, she didn't just accuse someone and try to get $20 million out of him, like, and it was all false. It all came back to be not true. Like, bro, make it make sense, man. I want to know what y'all think about this, bro. And just be reasonable. Just be reasonable here. Think about it. False accusers should be charged. That's my main thing. They should be charged. And that, I feel like that will take a real long time for that to happen, for any change in criminal justice, like litigation against that. But something gotta give. You can't have people doing that. It come out that is false, and then they just move on with their life. Because imagine if Chris Brown was, you know, falsely convicted of something, or falsely charged, damaging his career for nothing, for false accusations. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think, man. Oh my God, I know this was a little bit of a rant / ramble, but you know, just had to get this off my chest, man. Let me know what y'all think. I know it's a little sensitive subject, but I have to talk about these things. I know there's gonna be a lot more sensitive / controversial topics on this show. If you love it and appreciate it, just subscribe or come along for the ride, man. You know, so like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. And more videos coming soon, man. Ah!